I'm Emily Reeder and I'm a writer. Last year I submitted my short screenplay Swan Song to the Kingston International Film Festival, and it won the Script to Screen Award for Best UK Short Screenplay, which means that next year it will be produced professionally.
So Emily, what did you feel when you found out that you were a finalist for KIFF?
Oh, I was in complete shock and disbelief. You know, as a screenwriter, I'm very used to rejection, and I expect rejection when I apply to things, so I had to read the email a couple of times to be sure that it was actually true.
And then that moment in the Theatre of the Rose when you knew you'd won.
That took me even longer to realise it was true. I actually had to turn to my partner and check that I hadn't just misread the screen. I almost didn't get up onto the stage because I just couldn't believe that it was real. And it was such an incredible environment. It was so fancy, so ceremonial. I felt like I was at the Oscars.
And why did you want to submit your screenplay to KIFF?
So I was actually recommended to submit my screenplay by my tutor from my MA scriptwriting course at Goldsmiths University. And he said, this is an opportunity like no other. You will never find another film festival that will offer to make your script into an actual short film. So you have to go for it. And I thought that just sounds incredible. I'll put my name in the ring.
And how did you find your first meeting with me when we talked about your script?
I have to say I was nervous at first, but I was blown away by the meeting. I found that it felt like you were really listening to what I had to say. You were excited to make the film with me. You were really interested in what it meant to me personally. And I found your edits really helpful. I'm learning a lot about budgeting. For example, that setting a script on a train is much more expensive than setting it next to a train. So edits like that can make a huge difference. Also editing it to make sure that the themes really come to the forefront of the film. You know, when you've got such a short page count, you want to make sure that every single word matters, every action matters. And it got me so excited to start filming.
Good.
And you touched on it a little bit, but can you tell us more about your experience during KIFF, like attending the festival?
I was so blown away by the festival, by its scale, its scope, the way it takes over the whole area with multiple cinemas and the theatre. I couldn't believe that it was only a couple of years old. I assumed that this must be a festival that's been running for decades by the level of professionalism that I found there. And everyone was so lovely, especially after the ceremony, chatting to everyone afterwards, hearing their congratulations and wanting to talk about my short film and my perspective was wonderful. It was a dream come true.
You've talked a little bit about that as well, but how has it been since winning? Like, what's been the steps? Maybe you can talk us through a little bit what happens after you win.
Yes, so after you win, you have a big glass of wine, you celebrate, and then there's a bit of a break over the summer, and then you have your initial meeting where you start talking about the edits that you might need to do with budgeting, but also to do with improving the quality of the script. Then the next step after that, which is what's coming up, will be introductions to directors, finding the right director, and then you're starting to search for your cast and crew and get things filming by beginning of next year, I believe.
Tell me, what other projects are you working on at the moment?
So at the moment I'm promoting my short audio drama, which was recently on BBC Radio. It's called Open and it's now on Spotify. I'm also working on a longer form project, which I currently can't give any details about, but I'm very excited to announce in the future. And I'm always working on spec scripts, applying to competitions and opportunities, making sure that my work is out there as much as possible.
Good.
And do you think it's special for a writer to be part of the process of making the script like you are with your winning screenplay at KIFF?
Oh, it's incredible. For me, I'm so excited to be as involved as possible at every stage because you learn a lot theoretically about writing through going to classes and practicing, but it's very rare that you get the opportunity to be at every step of the process, to be in the room. And I know that I'm going to learn so much. I know that it's going to inform my writing so much.
And is there any advice you could give other writers who are thinking about submitting to KIFF?
I would say 100% go for it. You will not find an opportunity like it anywhere else. And there's no harm in trying.
And what's important about writing short screenplays in particular?
I think that a short film is a really good calling card for a writer. Obviously, there's a lot of money that goes into the business of film and TV, and having a piece of finished work that you can show for yourself can really help bring your words to life and show who you really are as a writer. I think it's also really good practice for writers to write in a short form because you have to make every single word matter. You can't fluff around, you can't pad it out. So it really hones your skill as a writer.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years or 10?
In 5 to 10 years, I see myself hopefully writing for TV. That's my ultimate dream, whether that's in a writer's room or helping another writer, or writing my own show would be incredible. But most importantly, I'd like a dog.
Okay. That's great.